person in the gray suit, who is he? All right, so you're the U.S. executive with which part of the United States? All right, so do you have documentation? You were outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no? Nope. Were you outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no?
Yeah.
You took it upon yourself to tamper with the jury. You are not allowed in this courthouse anymore. Do you understand? No. Do you understand? So do not come back into the courthouse.
This fake attorney just got caught red-handed trying to manipulate the court system. Not only did he have the nerve to tamper with a jury, but he's also connected to a defendant facing some of the most serious charges out there: kidnapping, potentially linked to a larger criminal ring. As if that wasn't shady enough, this guy went so far as to threaten legal action against the DA's office, like he actually had any authority. Judge Boyd wasn't having it for a second. You could practically see the frustration build every time the guy opened his mouth. Honestly, this case feels especially disturbing because it wasn't just about one crime. It felt like an attack on the justice system itself. The real question now is, what's the connection between this fake lawyer and the defendant? Family? Business partner? Something even darker? Drop your theories in the comments, and let's get into the footage.
All right, so are there any people in the audience who are here as support for someone? All right, so here's the rule, and I want you all to listen to me very carefully. If you try to communicate with an inmate in the box, you will be told to leave this courtroom. You will not be welcomed back. Does everyone understand? Whether you're a witness or not, you will not be giving testimony in this court if you do that, because that interferes with the security of this courtroom. Does everybody understand? So anybody who's on this side who is not a defendant, I need you to move to this side, and the defendants on this side move to the left side, but nobody sit on the first row. Thank you. Well, that rubber band exploded. Oh, no, that's fine.
Come up here, sir.
All right, Joshua Patillo.
My wife and I work many different hours, and to get him a job, to get him to and far for us, you know, without him driving, or if he has strict rules, can't work at night or certain times throughout the day.
Hasn't affected any of those prospects.
Not at this time.
And before he was arrested in November of 23, was he employed?
He had to be arrested.
So the conditions haven't had any effect on previous employment?
It hasn't at this time, except for requesting to attend the interview.
All right, the person in the red jacket, can you come forward, please?
She says she doesn't understand English.
All right, if she's underage, she should be in school. And my understanding is, for those who have children, are there any districts that are not currently in school? Nobody has children?
We're all in school.
Judson is back? All right, so she needs to be removed from the courtroom. I don't have underage people in the courtroom. All right, and the purple person in the gray suit, who is he?
He's the U.S. executive of the United States.
All right, so you're the U.S. executive with which part of the United States? All right, so do you have documentation? All right, thank you so much. You're excused.
You can step up.
Thank you. Have a great day. All right, so my understanding is that you were outside speaking with members of the jury. Is that correct? That's either yes or no. No. All right, so my understanding is that you were outside speaking with members of the jury. Is that correct? That's either yes or no. No. You were outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no? Nope. Were you outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no?
Yeah, detaining. It's a difference between getting arrested.
This is what's going to end up. All right. And what division? All right. Do you have documentation for that? Oh, what is your name? Spell that. First name? Last name? Yes. Spell it. And where's your documentation that show you work for the federal government? All right. So you are not allowed to be in this courthouse anymore. You do not have any business here. If you are not a witness, you are not allowed in this courtroom. Do you understand? And you're not allowed in this courthouse. You know that you are not supposed to be speaking with the jurors in the hallway. You were. Those jurors were not asking you any questions. You took it upon yourself to tamper with the jury that is coming up here for jury selection. You are not allowed in this courthouse anymore. Do you understand? No. Do you understand? So do not come back into the courthouse. That means this courthouse. That means the courthouse next door, that is the historical courthouse. Do you understand? Right. All right. If you can see that he's escorted off the premises. Oh, God bless you too. This is what's going to end up. All right. And what division? All right. Do you have documentation for that? Oh, what is your name? Spell that. First name? Last name? Yes. Spell it. And where's your documentation that show you work for the federal government?
You only need about 2 seconds of eye contact with this guy to know he's completely full of it. He's out here claiming to be some kind of executive of the United States, which, in courtroom speak, basically translates to delusional beyond belief. My guess? He's directly tied to the kidnapping ring and tried to stack the jury in favor of a relative. That's not just shady, that's outright criminal. We're talking about deliberate sabotage of the justice system. Jury tampering is one of the most serious offenses in law because it strikes at the core of what makes a trial fair. Legally, it's a felony in most states, with penalties ranging from 5 to 20 years in prison, especially when it's linked to organized crime or violent felonies like this one. And this wasn't some minor interference. This was part of a larger violent criminal operation, which makes it even more serious. If I were Judge Boyd, I wouldn't just throw him out of the courtroom. I'd have him cuffed on the spot. The fact that he thought he could waltz and dress like an attorney and start throwing weight around at the DA's office, it's absurd. The audacity is laughable, but the danger behind it is very real. Cases like this are a stark reminder of why jury integrity is absolutely sacred. Without it, the entire trial process falls apart.
All right. So you are not allowed to be in this courthouse anymore. You do not have any business here. If you are not a witness, you are not allowed in this courtroom. Do you understand? And you're not allowed in this courthouse. You know that you are not supposed to be speaking with the jurors in the hallway. You were. Those jurors were not asking you any questions. You took it upon yourself to tamper with the jury that is coming up here for jury selection. You are not allowed in this courthouse anymore. Do you understand? No. Do you understand? So do not come back into the courthouse. That means this courthouse. That means the courthouse next door, that is the historical courthouse. Do you understand? All right. All right. If you can see that he's escorted off the premises. Oh, God bless you too. But personally, I don't feel comfortable with using this jury as the jury pool because I don't know what was said. My understanding is that he is involved in a case here, not as a witness, not as a party whatsoever, but just as maybe a friend of a friend of a friend of a cousin. All right. All right, Ms. Compton.
Yes.
All right, and the other issue, you were not present, but you were number one for jury trial. However, the person who was here in the gray suit who said that he was with the U.S. government, he was,
Mr. Man.
yeah, he was speaking to the jurors in the hallway. So I don't feel comfortable with using the jury panel that we have.
And Judge, I'm not quite sure how to handle him. I did talk to Daniel about him, and I did make a call before the holidays to the jail. He has been filing all sorts of stuff in this case. I don't know what his relationship is to this family. I don't talk to them. I've never spoken to him. He has communicated with me threats that he's going to sue me in federal court and all kinds of stuff like that. But the thing that troubles me the most, and I called the jail to let them know, is that he evidently had an attorney visit on the video visit, not a recorded visit, an attorney visit with this guy,
Okay.
with my client. Now, I tried to find out if they had a record of that or how it happened. My client doesn't know.
Well, what I've done is I've asked that he not be allowed back in the courthouse. And the deputy took a photo of him. So somebody can let the sheriff know that he's not to have attorney visits if he's not his attorney.
If you're thinking that he's also right now a person who is on bond for an aggravated assault. So somebody might want to talk to pretrial services or his bond.
So somebody may want to talk to his pretrial services officer. And honestly, the name that he gave me, I don't even believe that's his real name because he seemed to be stumbling over what his name was. But the deputies did take a photo of him. So I'm sure that's going to be placed at the courthouses and they can place it at the jail as well.
I'm on the Bexar County website pretty easy with the name he's been filing things under.
Okay.
And he's filed stuff.
And what name did he give?
It's
Is it Henry?
Henry.
Okay.
Whatever that name is, that's his name.
All right. So before you leave here today, we'll take up that matter with the sheriff's.
So yeah, this case is wild. And the craziest part is that the guy is actually scheduled to be sentenced later this month. My guess? He's either family to the defendant or at least close enough to risk literally everything just to meddle in a kidnapping case. The way he tried to pose as an attorney and then threaten the DA's office was almost cartoonish, but also seriously dangerous. I have no idea what he thought the outcome would be, but I'm pretty sure Judge Boyd didn't miss a single detail, and that's going to be reflected in the sentencing. But here's the bigger question. If people are bold enough to fake credentials and interfere like this, how often do smaller scale versions of this actually slip through the cracks? That's the unsettling part when you think about it. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. Who do you think this guy really is? And do you believe he's directly tied to the alleged kidnapping charges? Drop your takes in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.